Today we're going to talk about how to balance it all. Yes, it is possible, but it's important to make sure you're taking care of yourself along the way. So let's get into these productivity hacks, especially designed for women like you.
Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I'm a certified life coach. I'm also your go-to girl for lifestyle tips, personal growth, and becoming the best version of you. So if all those things interest you, definitely subscribe to the channel. Today we're gonna be talking about something that a lot of people struggle with, which is how to balance it all. We've got career goals, we try to indulge in self-care and have personal development time. We have relationships, and at some point we are still supposed to find time to breathe. So I know it sounds like a lot, but I promise it is possible. So let's get into these productivity hacks. The first thing you're gonna need to do is define what having it all looks like to you. Specifically for you, because it's different for everyone. If you are trying to live someone else's version of what it looks like to have it all, you're gonna burn yourself out and you're not gonna feel fulfilled. So when you're thinking of a definition, ask yourself a few questions. For you, is it important for you to climb the corporate ladder or to maybe build your own business? Maybe having it all is being financially stable and being able to go on great vacations and create a beautiful home and life for yourself. Or maybe you are someone who deeply wants to have a family or has a family and wants to enhance the time that you're able to spend with them. Either way, clarity is the foundation of all productivity. So when you know exactly what you want and exactly what you're working toward, you're gonna stop wasting time on things that are no longer serving you. So let's talk about the power of intentional time blocking. I love time blocking so much. It's actually one of the first videos that I shared on my channel way back when. So if I can find it, I will link it up in the cards for you or in the description box. Now, time blocking, of course, we've all heard of it before, but what makes this different when you're talking about productivity is time blocking with a purpose. Don't just stuff your calendar with a bunch of things to do. You actually want to assign tasks based on what you value. I definitely recommend color coding. I love Google Calendar so much, and I love the fact that you can color code your life essentially. So you can have a category for work and business, then another category for health and fitness, also one for relationship and fun, and another for growth and goals. Remember, you are the CEO of your life, so you get to design your calendar to make it work for you. Next, let's talk about the 3-item daily priority list. You do not need a 50-item long to-do list. Just pick 3 things that you can focus on for each day. So I recommend kind of planning this out the night before. Ask yourself the question, what are 3 things that I can prioritize today that are going to help me reach my goals in one of these categories of my life? Look at these as your non-negotiables. If you get these things done, then your day was a success. If you get even more done, that's great. Those things are bonus. So this helps you to avoid kind of that feeling of overwhelm that can creep in, but it also helps you to prioritize your tasks and tie them to what you value. Now let's talk a bit more about habit stacking. This is the perfect hack for busy women, and it's something that I do regularly. An example that's kind of simple to just fall into: if you have been committing to getting dressed every day or doing your hair every day, maybe doing light makeup or focusing on skincare, why not listen to a motivational YouTube video like this one or listen to a podcast while you're doing that? So at the same time as you are taking care of yourself physically, you are also feeding yourself mentally and emotionally. So the great thing about habit stacking is you are not saying, okay, I'm busy, now let me add more stuff to do. You're saying, okay, I realize that I'm busy. Let me look at how my schedule works out typically and see what things I can multitask on, do at the same time that don't increase my overwhelm, but really help me gain a lot of clarity and keep working toward things that I want to accomplish. So say, for example, you want to get to the habit of saying your daily affirmations. Well, do you make a morning beverage? I'm not a coffee drinker, but sometimes if I'm making a morning tea or my morning hydration drink, I will recite my affirmations during that time, or I'll listen to like an affirmations podcast to get them into my mind for the day. If you're someone who commutes to work, would this be a great time for you to listen to an audiobook? I was reading a book recently for a book club that I'm in, and I just could not grasp the book, honestly, reading it, but listening to the audiobook was great. So every time I was in the car, I listened to the book, and so I was able to kind of get my reading in while at the same time actually getting to where I needed to go. And lastly, of course, at some point, we all go to bed. So why not make it a habit of journaling before you go to bed each night? Put that as part of your evening routine. And it doesn't have to be a lot. You can literally just journal 2 wins for the day or 2 things that you are grateful for from the day that just passed, or something that you're looking forward to for tomorrow. It's all about weaving growth into your existence. You have to exist, you have to live, but can you thrive? And what does thriving look like for you? I promise you, habit stacking will make life not feel like a chore, but feel like something that's really enjoyable, something you can romanticize, and something that you look forward to living every single day. Now, something to keep in mind that's really important just in general when you're figuring out how to time block your life or to prioritize things in your life is that we have to let go of planning our days around time, and we should focus more so on planning our days around energy. So ask yourself the question, when do I feel most energized? For me, somehow it's in the morning. I hate waking up. I'm not a morning person, but at the same time, if I got a good night of rest, I typically do have more energy to exert in the morning. So that's where I'm going to plug in my workout. Mornings are also where I feel like my mind is as fresh and clear as possible. So that's when I plug in administrative task work for my job. So that way it's not 2 p.m. when I'm sleepy and crashing and I'm trying to get emails sent out or work on new projects. Next up, you want to ask yourself, when do I need to recharge? So like I mentioned, I am a midday slump girly, which is not great. So I'm trying to figure out how to keep my energy up in the middle of the day. But because I realize that I'm tired at that point, I'm not going to put a lot of things like running to the store or anything that's going to take a lot of my energy during that time block. You want to make sure that you're plugging in rest before burnout hits. So like today, I didn't have a super busy work schedule, but I've been trying to follow my trainer workouts. And so I usually have to get up pretty early to get my day going. But I was like, you know what? Today I'm tired and I don't have a busy work day. So I'm going to sleep in. I'm going to do my workout a bit later and then I'll circle back to my work after I get those things completed. I went with what my body felt like it needed and it worked out and I was able to still be really productive today, but still listen to myself and take care of myself. Remember that productivity is not just about doing more. It's about doing the right things at the right time and with the right energy that feel right for you. So along with that idea, you want to make sure that you're creating systems in your life and not creating stressful situations. I definitely feel like systems and routines are my secret to success. I do a lot of different things. I feel like I can't even name them all, but I am a wife, I am a daughter, I have a house. I run multiple businesses, one being my coaching business that's tied to social media, and then the other being a real estate business. I am a friend, and at some point, I also try to be a human in the midst of all of those things. So I get it. It can be challenging and it can be overwhelming, but it is possible to feel productive without feeling overwhelmed and stressed. So one of the best things that has worked for me is automating my tasks in every area of life as much as I possibly can. So like for meal planning, I try to cook at home every single day of the week. ChatGPT has been doing my meal plans for me. I usually say, give me 10 ideas of Candida-friendly dinners that I can make this week. It gives me 10 ideas. I pick 5. It also literally gives you a grocery list. And so I type those into my little Instacart app and my groceries get delivered. I have what I need. I'm still eating healthy and it wasn't a big ask or stress for me. Outfits. These are definitely things that I plan the night before. So if I know I'm going to be going somewhere, that outfit's going to look a lot different from a day where I'm working from home. So the night before, I steam all my clothes and get them ready to roll so I don't have to even think about that the next day. Workouts is another thing that's really automated for me. I was just not doing well with following a schedule. So if you've been watching my Sunday videos, I am doing a challenge series for the 12-week year, and I'm focusing on health and wellness. And one of the major issues that I had was that I was working out, but I wasn't seeing any results. But what I realized is I wasn't working out hard enough, I wasn't working out long enough, and I wasn't working out often enough. So I started working with the trainer. I use the TrainWell app and everything is already there for me. My trainer puts in upper body, full body, lower body, Pilates, whatever type of workout I'm doing for that day. And everything that I have to do, it just tells me what to do, which is so nice because I'm like, I don't want to have to think. I don't feel like working out anyways. And taking out the portion where I feel like I'm overexerting and having to use my mind is so helpful because I just follow along, I play my little music, and before I know it, I'm done with my workout. Another thing that's helpful is using a daily planner, but include it for all areas of your life. So if you want to focus on wellness, work, and mindset, put all of that in the same calendar. For me, I literally just use the big chunk sections where it'll say Monday and it'll have the number. I don't put what I'm going to do on Monday in that portion. I put things I have to do for work, things I have to do for real estate, things I have to do around the house, things I have to do for personal, things I need to do for health. Those are my 5 days of the week. And then as things come up in my mind, I add them to my to-do list under that category. And it's not a huge lift for me because it's all in one place. It's easy to access and I can just check things off throughout the week as I go. Either way, the system works for me. So really think about creating a system that's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you in multiple areas of your life. That's going to help you achieve your goals, and that is going to reduce your stress as you go. Along with this, something that's extremely important is making time for yourself. Now, I know for those of you who are parents, that is a huge challenge, and it's going to be a lot trickier for you than it would be for me. But I want you to kind of shift your mindset about it. When you take time for yourself, you are actually enhancing your productivity. So think of it all. What can you schedule in? Even if it's just one of these things for the month, when can you put that on your calendar? It could be time for joy, time for rest, a spa day, a lunch or brunch outing with friends, even a solo walk or some time for you to sit and enjoy your tea and journal. When can you do this and when can you make time for it? That's how you prioritize your self-care. There's no point in our lives where we reach this final destination where we are our perfect ideal woman. We're always in the process of becoming. And so throughout that, it's important to take time for yourself, to take time for reflection as you're thinking about what's next, while also still being grateful for what you currently have. It does require a lot of nurture, but just like you nurture the other relationships in your life, you need to nurture the relationship that you have with yourself. So let's get into a quick recap before we wrap up this video. Remember, you are a woman who can want it all, can have it all, and deserves to have every single thing you want or desire. So when you are balancing your life, remember to try these things. First, define your vision of what having it all means. Time block with a purpose, and then choose 3 top priorities for the day. Stack your habits, protect your energy, create systems that work, and prioritize you. You absolutely can have a life that feels exciting, balanced, and productive. You just need the right strategies. And I'm hopeful that some of the strategies that I shared today will be something that you can include in your life and in your daily routines. If you found this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up, like button so more people can find my content. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more weekly glow up content, and go check out my simplified 12-week year series. But first, don't leave the video without leaving a comment. Which of these productivity hacks are you going to be trying? Or if you have your own productivity hack, please share it below so we can support each other. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.